Dumelang Hi, welcome to our 12th episode of our podcast, Izinja zeGame, powered by MTN FC. As you know, this show wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for MTN FC. And I'm your host. My name is Josta Dladla. And our guest for today, a best friend of mine, a lot of people wouldn't know that. I mean, this is a guy that I used to compete with in the middle of the park, played for lots of teams, but I see him as one of the Pirates legends. Played for the national team, one of the players that won the double treble, that Lucky Lekhwati like to talk about most of the time. And, I'm going to name him right now. But first of all, before we start, I want to tell you that, we've got a special guest as well, my boy, Lemmy Loco. We all know that he loves Pirates. When I told him that, my boy is coming through today, he was like, no worries, dog. I got to be there. I want to be part of this. Lemmy, what's up, my boy? So yeah, he's going to be throwing in a few questions as well. So now expect that. So I hope you're already, né?
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Oupa Manyisa.
Total hijack.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming through, boy. I know, I called you at last minute, but that's how I be doing stuff. But I got family out there. I know, niggas.
No, you were lucky that I missed you, eh? That's why I came in. I wanted to see you.
Yeah, no, fear to I missed you as well. The public is missing you. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to this podcast and looking forward to the conversation and whatever. But I mean, what you been up to, dog? It's been, 2 years since you stopped playing?
Yeah.
What you been up to?
Nothing as much, eh?
Yeah?
Only training with the junior kids there by Ikasi. And most of the time, Kenal TV, watching movies. I'm enjoying my life, man.
You enjoy Spanish how all those years?
All those years.
So any desire fit, I'll miss a game, don't you missing anything?
I'm not. I played it my whole life. I'm not.
So I'll plumb it, I'll show you the match you're like, hey, don't say I do hey.
Next.
I can't rattle about Pagania Vela. Not team, I'll plumb it out. Don't you feel you should be going in there what you say?
Next reason why I saw the shower disc is because of I got to judge about. As I got to disc.
No, they did. They believe me, they did. The problem is that when now you were too good
exactly
for people
my point.
to ever judge you.
Exactly my point. So why time they get judged? No.
You guys do. I mean, if the team is not doing well,
they will come
some
right.
players are not doing well. I mean, you gotta come up when So who's your favorite player right now? Go Pirates in Tuanas.
Tito Mbowe. Tito Mbowe. I'm first time. Mamela.
Let me will tell you about that. Let me. What do I always say about that boy?
Sugar and spice.
Yeah, man.
So you could see he's free. He's enjoying himself.
And we haven't seen that. The last time I saw football like that was you guys, with his boy, when you guys were still playing there. Now he's bringing back that vibe again. You can see the boy believes in himself and whatever. He's like a joy to watch. So that's one of your best players at this point.
At this point. That boy is going far. He's going places. He mustn't change the style of play.
He mustn't be big-headed as well. I think just be grounded. I think for me, one thing about players, the one thing about players is it's when people start praising you and you start thinking that you've arrived. Great player, but maintaining like you did for so many years. You got the Ronaldos, you got the Messis. These are the guys that season after season, they go out there and show us what they're made of. I just hope that, he's not a one season wonder. He's going to show us for the next. We need players like that in the national team. You see Zwane retiring soon as well. He might be a player that might be coming in that number 10 for the national team as well. So, for me, I love him. Pirates and the by Kopana. But, I will say when they're doing well. No, but I mean, it used to bring the best out of me. You understand? If games like that don't bring the best out of you as a player, there's something wrong with you. But I mean, if somebody's doing well, even if the team that I used to compete with is out there is playing, I will say, you know what, this team is doing well and this player is doing well. And for me, Masongani so far is doing well. I see Mabasa stepping up as well. That's a target man that they always needed. You see them linking up and, what do you think about Pirates so far, Antonis?
Now, so far they are doing great because you could see that they are gelling well all together.
Mm-hmm.
And now you could see how no one is telling himself he's a big player. They are all working hard. they're all working towards a common goal.
Yeah.
That's why they are doing so great now.
But I see you guys like, more leaking a pile of striking. Like you winning trophies, like, competitions, they're short and whatever. But there's just something that is lacking. That is lacking when it comes to the league. Like,
I think it's more of inconsistent. So this week we are playing good. The following week, we think we have made it. If we could just take it one game at a time.
Okay.
We will challenge for the league.
All right, that's it. So like, let's rewind it. Let's take it back into where Manyisa is from. Where's Oupa from, dog? Like, where you from? How did this start? Like, this love for soccer start? Like, where did this start? No, dog. Like, I know you, but like the people that are sitting at home, they know Oupa as player. That's it. No, tell the people.
Mame, like what? What's our before the people? Like,
okay, sure.
Mame,
Yeah.
What's our AC?
Hold up, I'm saying. Hold up. Kika kana. Ramfontein. Come to think about it, yeah. So what is going to feel about that?
Ace Cruise, Ace Manyisa. Soon we're going to go some more build.
Dude, I never looked at it like that. For real?
Yeah.
Ace Cruise, Ace, like, when did you how did the name come about though? Like, who gave you that name?
Skrima Chavala.
Skrima, like, so
Skrima Chavala.
How fitla ko Pagania or already no so bitwa Ace?
Nah, I fitla ko Pagania.
No ways, though.
I'm telling you.
So
remember, Skrima coach is Cruise, and he coach, I think it's in Zulumos, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's what about bias. In fact, you look now, so.
No, all of not.
Yeah. So,
sometimes it's a blessing from God. If you are meant to be called JD, you'll be called JD.
Yeah. No, actually, growing up, they used to call me like, Basin Steenkamp. Like, growing up, like that's how, like that's a nickname that I had when I was younger, But then, like I think my top partner was not about this, but Kokasi never meets up Basin Steenkamp. If you remember that player, Nadlala Swallows. And I know when I let me know so now I
was called him Chain because of the way Remember when I grew up, I was not a central midfielder.
What? Hold up. Not Lalakai.
I was a right winger.
You're not that quick, Baba. Not Amaya. Like, no ways, dog. Like, were you playing as a right winger?
Yeah.
And when did that change? Like, you playing as a center midfield?
It changed when I got to PJ Stars and Jersey Queen, Africa Sports Academy. That's when everything changed. And remember, from my childhood, I only played with my age group, I think, when I was 12, 13. From there, I was playing with the older guys.
As a right winger, most of the time?
As a right winger.
At
school, I was playing with Chipa Ramukala. Do you remember Chipa Ramukala? Chipa Ramukala was playing for Silver Stars, Swallows, and he went to Sundowns.
Yeah.
Or left.
Yeah. So you always, like, normally when you were, like, 12 years, let's say 15, you were playing with the under 17s, under 19s. That's how good you were. You're not a big boy. I mean, small, short as well. And, like, you never got intimidated by the big boys?
Nothing. I always knew how good I was. Because I come from a family that plays football.
Okay.
My uncle played for Swallows back then.
Hold up. Whoa. Okay.
Thomas Sechmanyis.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
That's new to me. So it's serious.
I'm from a family that played football.
So what position did he play? Was he that good?
As a centre back.
Nakapa.
Maybe Nakapa. I never saw him play. Did the picture next? I did chill.
Oh, what is it? So there are no pictures. He can't even like nothing. No jerseys, nothing that he's got that showed that he used to play football. Nah, man. So like, tell me though, like the love of like football and like when did you start realizing how you can make a career out of this?
I only realized when I got to Africa Sport under Jersey Queen.
Yeah. Because
my first year, I was doing grade 10 when I came to Josie. And he took me to Manchester United. I trained with Manchester United.
Oh, which Manchester?
Manchester, Paul Scholes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs.
Hold up, dog. Like what?
Yeah, I went that side. I was
when I was 16 or 15, 16.
Yeah, around 16, 17.
So
I went there. I was training with the reserve side. When they went to play, and the first team went to play, I think they were playing home or something. So Paul Scholes and Ryan Giggs, they were not in the team. I was training with them there.
Yeah, because back in the days when when you were injured, they used to like, take you for recovery, they take you back to the reserve side to get ready for the first team and all of that. So, dude, like, are you serious? Like,
I'm serious.
How come you never told us these things? And what happened? Like, so the trials, the trials went well.
I was supposed to go back, but Jesu Queen said I must finish school first.
Chezi, man. Chezi. Not everybody is like, one of those bookworms, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. Like,
it wasn't only me. Most of the guys went. There's a boy went to Barcelona. Others went to Chelsea. We also went to Strasbourg where Katla Hompela was playing.
And you were brought back because the Chancellor Feta scale.
I'm not a scale.
But if you're a millionaire, do you need school? That's what I don't understand. Did you know what I mean? Yes.
So that's what happened.
Because like the same thing happened to Ninja. Ninja had like, I don't know what they call it, like a guardian. So they literally like, find a family that looks after you. You go to school and you stay with that family. But maybe that Jason has there's things like that.
Maybe that Jason because of here the team. I remember one time we played Mpumalanga Black Aces.
Yeah.
It was owned by the twin brothers.
Yeah, I never met them, but I've always heard about those guys.
Academy, we were under 19 and they were playing with the first team. And we destroyed them. And those guys wanted to buy the whole academy. They said no.
Who was in the team?
Nah.
Was it the team in the Macarena?
No.
Which team was this?
The team I'm talking about, it's an academy. Nelina, Patrick Puayo, Mpomakola, Joseph Mulangwana, Leshogonolo Masales.
There's most of the 50% of those players ended up in the Premier League, basically.
And most of them ended up at Pirates.
No, dog. Like, yeah. So did he have a contract like Jay-Z? Did he have a contract with Pirates, or did he just want to create players for Pirates only?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't make sense. So why all the players are going
most of some of them by the Free State before coming this side. I'm the only one who went straight.
From the academy,
from
like
the
straight
academy,
up to
after school, after grade 12, straight, 2008.
So, Tona, like, with your height, like, you're not one of the biggest guys out there and whatever, but didn't you, find it difficult when you stepped up and you had to sign for certain teams? Like, the coaches I know, they always like, you're too small for playing in the middle, you're too small for this position, this and that. Like, didn't your height, give you problems, like, most of the time?
It was a struggle.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they will say, nah, you're too short and whatnot. But the only thing I will ask is, give me a chance.
And once you got there, like, it was, because I'd never seen you Shapa take it. Ever.
Never.
I was
always the cleanest guy. Jay-Z can only white, you're all white. Unless we're on quiz.
No, true story.
Unless we're on quiz. Never touch and never take it.
And your first team was like what? PJ Stars?
First team, I took it serious. Little PJ Stars. I played.
That's after matric, yeah?
Before matric.
Oh, snap.
Okay. I played for PJ Stars before matric. Before I go Jersey Queen.
Dude. Okay, so
my life. Listen, my life went like this. Vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started like as a junior at PJ Stars. And then Jay-Z you went back when you didn't break into the first team. Yeah, obviously you had to get a contract, like a professional contract somewhere. You didn't get that. You went back to PJ Stars. The interesting thing that's what I wanted to ask you about the players that you played with. Like there's a player called, you played with Renelo Letsulenyane. You played with Macarena.
Go PJ Stars.
Go PJ Stars.
Well, what was this? This other guy, Cheap, was strike. And then Robert Mudiadi, another goalkeeper, ended up with Pirate from PJ Stars. That whole team earlier, PJ Stars, they were all apart. I think Palocios or someone took it by Yetsa Yeboyos.
Oh, that's where Yebo Yes came from.
No, not only Yebo Yes, but they took that team. It was a good team, Joe. Nena Shamel team grant and everything, sponsor, thing, Jojo.
So Yebo Yes was like the reserve side of Pirates.
Yebo Yes mentality.
Yes.
But I think there was some no wrong Yebo Yes then, but it's a PJ
Pirates took it.
PJ Stars.
Yeah, PJ. Yeah, oh.
After bo cheesy bo Lindogu from corners bo sense.
Yeah.
After that group.
Yeah.
I think there was a problem where was then Banka PJ Stars.
Name the players that you played with, dog. Like Macarena. How was that guy? Like first time I saw that guy, let me.
Very talented, very skillful. Like that. He was not the talented one. There was this guy called Jomo. One day as would say, yeah, we will avail a lot of Free State Stars.
So what Macarena was in like?
Nah, there was a guy called Jomo.
Dude, do you know Macarena?
They call him.
You never heard of him. You know that? See, Lemmy doesn't know those guys. One of the, players, if you saw Doctor play, Doctor times 3. And he's saying that he wasn't one of the best, in that team, there was somebody else. So now I thought, that was him. And Yeye then, when you see Yeye now playing for Kaizer Chiefs, you think Yeye was playing good Kaizer Chiefs. If you saw him go PJ Stars. Tell him about that. Like, how was he? Look, who would you choose between him and Macarena?
Both.
For real?
For real.
They were even better than you. You think they were better than you?
Yeah, they were. Reason for me against Chiefs and Pirates, reason for me, I went back to training and train hard is because of Wenali. I was always saying, these old guys can run more than me or better than me.
He has got 2 hearts, you know that, right?
I know. That's why I wanted to
No, like, serious.
Yeah, you could run the whole day.
You could run the whole day. No, serious.
Yes. My cultural recruitment really focused on talent. Like, is it different from recruitment process these days?
These days, I don't know, but Beriksa which system. Because remember back in the days, no yakas for auction. Go through tournaments, go gravelly.
Yeah.
You will spot the talent way vice history. So these days, I think there's choppy corner.
Be for real, like maybe when I'm about to keep finding you with that.
Serious, Joe.
And it's killing the game, right?
That's what I'm always saying, Kere. I've never paid someone to go and play football.
Actually, you were giving money for transport to come to train.
Exactly.
It was the opposite.
So why now people must pay to go and play football?
And the weirdest thing is that the most talented players are the ones that don't have.
Exactly.
So then the ones that don't have suffer because then they can pay that 2,000 that the coach wants. We're not saying all the coaches do that. The coaches that do that, I mean, obviously they know why they're doing that, but they're killing the game. You know what I mean? Because some of us, I knew that sometimes I didn't have money for transport. Then I would have a coach that would be like, give me 50 rands just to get home. And then to come back again and whatever. Now for a player that doesn't have, he'll never get there. You know what I mean? Always the players that have, they can afford that. Exactly. Hence you get maybe, with no disrespect to the league and whatever. Now you're probably seeing like 50% of the talent that we have in South Africa. The most talent that we have is sitting at home, not doing anything because
you only see them guys Phillies games.
The Phillies game, yeah.
Or Easter games.
So you still go out there, like you're coaching, are you helping the boys to go out there,
Yeah, when I go to Caucus,
yeah,
there's this boy, Dladla, he played for Black Leopards, Karabotep. He was wearing number 10.
Okay.
Remember, come on, Dladla right back, Kunje. Lele, Kilobokile Mabe.
Yeah. Okay.
So only team. So I always go there, keep encouraging Jimelo one. Then Dladla by zeGame.
But do you in terms of connects and whatever?
In terms of connects, yeah.
Phone
But I remember it's better when the team goes together than when over one.
Oh yes.
So if you value one of JD and
yes.
But if they go as a team,
I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Play a friendly with the Pirates,
exactly.
And then they get to see him fully when he's playing for his team. And how often do they recruit the players that you come with?
I only started it now because of Next thing I interested when was
Yeah.
I was on my own zone somewhere, somehow.
That's post football when you retired, yeah.
I only started now, I know my guy. Let's do this.
So what happens is most football players, once they retire, our careers don't end well. So what happened to Ace, it happened to most of us and most of the players. They feel betrayed by the game and they hate the game so much, they stay away from the game. So hence he's saying that he was not involved with football. He wanted nothing to do with football up until recently. Now he's going back. Understand? Because the stress, we hit and now, right? Now you're willing, like you're ready to give back to, the young ones out there. Keep on doing that, bro. You know what I mean? Probably you'll be a better coach.
No, I don't want to be a coach because I'll end up saying, no, my guy, I could trap better than you. Nah. I rather stick there by technical what.
What do you mean? An assistant?
Nah, technical what or scouting purpose. I don't want to be there on the field. Nah. Remember those ones that were good? Oh, yeah. They always compare. So I don't want to be that guy.
But you can change that. I mean, obviously, there's different when ace. Like you're not gonna carry yourself like how Lemmy is.
Emotions.
Like I'm fit to go to
No. We don't want that.
Right now, so let's talk about the move to Pirates. So from PJ to Pirates. How did that move like?
From PJ to Jersey Queen.
To Jersey Queen, eh? You went back to Jersey Queen again?
Went back to Jersey Queen.
And then you played for how long there?
I went to Jersey Queen, I trained. Let's say we go this week, I train, then I go back home. I don't want to do anything with football. Then he comes back. They suspended me because I didn't want to play rugby or what. Drama, Joe.
So you went to one of these multiracial schools?
Highlands North Boys.
Yeah.
When I get there was Tusopala, there was Umanyama, King Flace.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah. That's when you're doing what? Matric then or what?
I was doing grade 10.
Grade 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
And
next this he was suspended. Jersey Queen had to go back to school. Okay, he will play football, not rugby. Then rugby. Then we played for 2 years before Scrimmers were at Lompo.
Okay.
That's where Scrimmers saw me.
And
from after Matric 2008, Scrimmers took me to Paris, then I signed. No trial, nothing.
And apparently when you first got there.
Tell
me about that. That's interesting, bro.
First day, first training session.
Yeah.
Coach Owen Daga.
You tell me about that, bro.
My guy.
What happened?
I don't know you. Who signed you? I didn't sign you. You can't train.
No ways.
My guy. No sharp.
I'll go back to training.
Yeah. Kanka phone called Jersey Queen. Uncle Milo go Jimmy. Time no parliament taxi no go guy. Akadi.
Dude, so you left. Literally training, you left.
I left.
Mapagani, Lemmy. I'm disappointed, bro.
I left, then Jersey Queen called the office. The office, they said, I must come back to the office. They called Owen guy. What happened? No. They told me, this boy is going back to training tomorrow. He's a Pirates player. The following day when I get to training, my boy, you are back. My guy. I said, even today when it's this boy, I signed him. He was so young.
So, when he sees you on the street, he tells people he signed you.
Yeah.
Not telling people that he didn't want you.
Mm-hmm.
Was it because of the height again, or he just saw a small guy coming up?
I don't know. I don't know what was happening.
But let's think about who was in the team then when you went. Let's think about who are you competing with in that center midfield position, and who was in that team?
There was Ivan Mhlambi, Kevin Sibeko, Joseph Kaumendo.
Do you remember those players?
You don't remember them?
Lemmy was still 5 years old back then.
I'm going to call out all the players, not the same.
Yeah.
Gilbert Moshangazike.
What a player.
Isaac Chance, I think, was there.
What about Kelly?
Yeah?
Leshola Seyama was there. Donna was there. Cheesy was there. Joseph Makanya was there. Gerald Modavi was there.
What a player. Dude, like, so like, how feel that way? You're not like intimidated, like, or anything. So it's so only like a machine already. You play with the
I already told my. Remember, I came back from Manchester United. I saw everything. Now my mindset is a different. It's a different level. I don't want to go back to play the dice. I want to play football.
That was 2008, right?
Yeah.
2009, you played like, I think, 2 games that
2009,
season.
2 games.
Yeah. And you didn't play the whole
season.
Didn't
play the whole season.
So Owen Valley, like, clearly, like, that's how.
No, 2009, it wasn't Owen.
Who was it?
Rudy Kroll.
So you played first 2 games of the season.
Games. Yeah. I remember it was league game against Golden Arrows.
Yeah.
And then MTN 8 against Ajax Cape Town Ellis Park. That game, I was substituted after. The supporters were booing me.
Nah,
I'm telling you.
That was easy. Nah, it's like, see, like, I don't remember that day.
Ellis Park Stadium.
Udlalaka, you playing here?
Central midfield.
You were playing with who there?
I think it was Benson.
I'm fit to
It was Benson then. I think they took me out and they played.
Whoa. So, Papua Ace, Benson is a hard-working man, right? But he's not a baller. So they booing Wena than Benson. No, with no disrespect to Benson, but I mean, for real.
Yeah.
The question is why?
Why? Yeah. Why?
But I took it as my first season. And I remember I came in January 2008.
Yeah.
So it was January to May. The season closed. Then we came back. June, July.
Yeah.
So first game, Golden Arrows Devon. Second game, MTN 8, Ellis Park. I think I played only those 2 games.
How was it, dog?
It was frustrating.
So no feeling like the pressure. I know as a player, it doesn't happen to me. But what does that do to you as a player? When you're playing and everybody's just booing you, what did that do to you?
Luckily for me, every time I get Jimmy, I get a amount. But I catch a taxi somewhere. Until one day, the road that I'm using, don't know fit Jimmy. So every time I get Jimmy,
you're talking about
Teko
Modis.
Yeah, he will lift. Yeah, Jimmy there. If no, don't worry, you'll get your time. I go Jimmy. Same thing happens. Joseph Mackay. It's always trying to offer. We'll say the same thing. No, don't worry, you'll get your chance. So now I was lucky enough where I was surrounded by Mahotman. As young as I was.
Yeah.
Niggas surround you like Mahotman. Look what Jimmy Benson will say, I don't want to see you at the back. You must go up front.
Yeah, that's that's Benson for you. That's Benson, like that's leadership, right?
He will only say that to
as
me.
Well.
Yeah. Even Dugu will say, my boy.
Like,
So I had that thing, they saw something in me. So I can't disappoint them.
But dude, like that's another 11 months sitting on the bench.
Another 11 months. Training every day.
But something inside
comes and remember, Rudy Kroll just came in. Leno wanted something. Loan. Rudy Kroll says, no, you're not going anywhere.
So they never vibe. They didn't want you at the team.
I think Platinum get platinum stars on some way. So Rudy Kroll said, nah, you're
back
not
to
going.
Owen Tagama.
I can remember he said he signed me.
Yeah. Oh,
so now he knows and he's so good trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
So he's trying to recruit you now.
So whatever.
But Coach Rudy is like, no.
But Coach Rudy said, nah, this boy is not going anywhere.
But that team you're looking at, like you've got like Teko now who's playing as a 10.
As a 10.
You got who else is there who was playing at that position?
And they signed Tembile Kanono. They signed Mutiba Ntwa. And who else? They signed a lot of players.
So you just imagine that
Clifford
competition.
Nguven from Ajax.
Yeah. No way.
There was Bernard Chenene, Turasizo Mbuyani.
12 months, you just see it.
Another 12 months.
Bachisa. And then the next season, dog. Like, let's talk about like
another 12 months go benching. Go Jimmy, I play as a right back.
Wait, what? Go Jimmy.
Oh, serious?
Did you choose to play as a right back,
No.
or they said, when are you playing as a right back?
Coach
Rudy
said, you must go and play as a right back. What Jimmy Negadala as a right back or a left back, 2 touch or 3 touch.
That's what
Everyone else got Dala as many as he wants.
I remember you told me that. And what was the reason for that when you explained?
I was too busy. Remember, Negilo Munyan, the ankles were loose. I could trap the ball
In the middle,
anyhow and do whatever. So he said to me, nah, right back, left back, 2 touch, 3 touch.
He's preparing you for that center midfield, but he wants you to play like simple.
One day, Maritzburg United, Clifford was suspended. First game I played in the midfield.
That's 2010 now.
I think it was 2010. I think.
Yeah.
2010, 2011. I played there. The following game, he came back. I was out bench again. The following game, Andile Jali suspended. I'm going.
So you were always like the substitute.
Yeah. Till that day, we played against Kaiser Chiefs, FNB Stadium.
I
don't remember who was suspended at that time.
Let's talk about something else. Let's not talk about Kaiser Chiefs. Why
do you remember that game?
So Kaiser Chiefs you to see.
And we drew 1-1, FNB Stadium. We were wearing a white kit on. I remember that game very well.
So that was like
back.
Oh yeah. So basically that's where everything took off.
That's where everything changed.
After 24 months, Baba.
That's where everything changed.
Dude, like
from
would
that day,
you be that patient? Would you be that patient when I live?
It says a lot. I think listening to him, it says a lot about the culture of football back then versus now. Because
no, he wanted to go. He'll tell you. He wanted to
frustrated.
The coaches are also part of that culture. For him to play right back, not knowing what
they're preparing him for that center midfield because they wanted it to take out that gassy football, that flavor. The flavor was still there. I remember Nona we shake once in a while, but most of the time you played simple. I hardly saw this guy run in the middle. Center midfield, always like better positioned. Hardly saw him tackle, hardly saw him lose the ball. So you got to thank Coach Rudy Kroll for that build. Uspan and Donas. Because you only started getting injured when you were 50 years old. I mean, think about it.
50?
Yeah. No, sorry. Like, once you stay, I think your early 30s, that's when you started getting injured.
I only started getting injured after our CAF games. After playing, I think in a season I played 51 games. Me and Senzo. So
were you the most kept? God, at 2010, 2011.
51 games.
So
after that season, I got injured.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because obviously your body has been working so hard and whatever. So like that's when you were, that was the first injury. What was it?
A serious injury. It was a fibula, the bone in my leg.
I'll explain. What fibula?
Fibula
So this big bone here, the shin.
The shin is balanced by this bone, most likely.
Like football players, they don't know these terms. Like what? What?
Fibula.
Fubu.
Oh.
And like
2015. From 2010, 2011. I only got injured 2015, 2014.
How many games did you play? Go Pirates. You remember? Like I don't know how people like keep record of that. So like since you started at 20.
But I remember for me to get a break, I will negative figure injury. Right. No. But still the coaches there will say, now we will sit on the bench.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll sit on the bench.
If we need you, at least you sit you're not far. Yeah. And in that season, that magic season, 2010, 2011, when you guys won the treble.
The first treble. We won it with the crown. And the nice part about that one is because we won the league at Orlando. After how many years?
We were supposed to, as Kaiser Chiefs were supposed to win that.
That time it was Ajax.
Was it Ajax?
Yeah, it was Ajax.
And then the next season
it was
Swallows. And the other season was Kaiser Chiefs. That you guys were just like on top. You were like, I think Batsuba, they just had that killer.
When we knew for the last 10, 15 minutes, the shorter ones will go at the back, the bigger ones will go up front.
But what is the difference? Like what
The difference was because
got a 20.
We knew our strength. And the nice thing about that team, it was, if the team didn't want to give us off Saturday, we will go to the management and say we want to go to Gold Reef to build a team spirit. We don't want to train. They're forcing us to train. So we come with a suggestion. Okay, for us to be together, let's go to Gold Reef and enjoy.
What?
We will all go.
Rajima Lonale Gold Reef.
Hey.
Yeah, you listen to LM, you listen to
we will
these
go.
guys.
We will go.
Rounds, like this guy.
On a Saturday, if we don't have a game, we will go all together Gold Reef. Or sometimes we will go to News Cafe, the whole team.
Snap. Yeah,
the following day, we call each other, Papa, we all go to training. We train.
You were telling me, Jorge, like, those seasons, there were times where you guys used to go, I think the last 6 games, 7 games, you guys go to training. There was a DJ music playing on the side, Brian some meat. We busy push-ups, bench press.
It was when we won it while Swallows were supposed to win and were supposed to draw or lose against Arrows. Those five last games, we moved away from Ren Stadium. We went to Mayfair. You know, Mayfair, you can't go in. The security is there.
Yeah.
When we train, there's a DJ, there's a bright stand. We're playing volleyball.
But disrespect, this guy.
Volleyball. Then there's a DJ Dladla. Pinela go Bidori.
Yeah.
Come and take a volleyball.
Dude, like.
Come weekend.
Yeah. Shababat.
My man, last 5 minutes, no, score 2-2, it's done now. It's like a 2 it's 4-2.
So Donna, this is what it is. Like, let me do just to school you on that thing. Like, the thing is, rest is important as much as training it is, you know. So you train hard, but towards the end of the season, you're so tired. So the good coaches, they understand that, like, the last 10 games, you don't train that much.
You don't train.
The only training that you're gonna do, that's when you play. So during the week, you recover. So the coaches that don't understand that, they keep on like overloading you. Then when you get to the game, what happens? Like, you know, now you start dropping.
So you must remember that time it was Augusto Palacio. He knew every culture in this country.
Oh, so he knew
if
pushing you.
Josta Dladla doesn't want to come to training today, he says the daughter is sick. Tomorrow morning he comes back, he will say, "Are you a doctor? Why didn't you take the boy to the doctor and you come to training?"
Yeah, true that.
The following day, someone says, "My father passed away. Did you want to wake him up?" Do you understand? He knew every time if you don't want to come to training, there's an excuse.
So khala di bona. Oh, so Pela, when you were not in that group, yabo cheese boy, botogo yako, the one that the coach, like, you know, coached
promoted.
Yeah. So you're not part of that.
I was not part of that. And I was bored.
And
people don't know. I was bored from Africa Sport Academy.
Now I thought actually you came up with with everybody out there. Yeah. You didn't know. And this guy is a diehard Pirates, but now I know he's fake. You know, like, he doesn't know a lot of things. That's living for you.
No. As a young boy, I went to try to Pirates. Augusto says I'm too short. Then I went back home. Marlena Fitler Stadium. Energy Magai way, Johannesburg Stadium. Oupa, my boy. There's my son. My son now is here. Guys. Every year, Coach Omonglomo, no.
Kamo, you got so that used to be even shorter than you.
Imagine.
And now they say you short because he's a bit taller than so. And so was like really tiny.
But there was a time where we were playing. I don't remember Dladla. We drew. The chairman called a meeting in stadium. He questioned everyone. How could you guys play long balls?
True story, yeah.
Why? Then long balls stopped from there. That's when we came playing football.
Yeah, I had like the chairman who used to be back in the days. You know, like now, apparently Usheba go to camera, like Usheba unale camera, everything. Bona everything that happens in the
no football was.
So you was like hands on.
We enjoyed football. We were family there.
That makes sense. Because I mean that's how it is. I mean, you can only understanding each other, like, you know, loving, like playing for each other. That's the only way that you guys are gonna win games because like that one is pulling that way, that one is pulling that way. There's no way that you guys are gonna win.
There was a time where we beat Platinum Stars or Rustenburg, I think nearly 3-1 or 4-1.
And it was a difficult team to play against.
We were wearing a red jersey. That Friday, that on a Sunday, that Friday, I think really news cafe of it. It was bowling, team building.
This guy's
from bowling,
disrespecting team
news cafe, team bowling as a team. So I have patlal. Coach is there. One of us our own meeting.
How many days is this? A day before, 2 days before the game?
2 days before. I think Friday.
Yeah.
We are traveling Saturday.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I we only traveling tomorrow. 1 year, 2 years, we use cafe. Remember Auckland Park Niches?
Yeah.
We went as a team. Babamba vibe. Related. I have blonde. It's 12. Pakela go fela ne re felletse go bus.
Training, yeah.
Sun, I have Rustenburg, we all slept. The following day, we shot the Platinum Star.
And that was one of the most difficult teams to play against.
And it was
those guys, yeah.
Nearly 3 o'clock,
yeah, and they used to do that. They used to play teams go mad 3 o'clock, knowing or what is. And those guys never sharp the frog jump, like training the frog jump, like 20. Never feet those guys. 1-on-1. One-on-one. They used to say you stick on a player would like say, okay, you're gonna be with
if Nike defender.
Day. Yeah.
We're no striker and we play that 1-on-1. If I go score, no one must mark me.
No, true story. That's how
you must come mark me from where you fall somewhere there at the back. You must chase me until.
If I sit on the bench, you can't sit with me on the bench. Because if anything happens, if that player scores a goal, you're gonna explain.
Yeah.
That's the type of militant coach he was back in the days. This guy's back on News Cafe, Bashadi.
So nearly team necessary understand the strengths of each other.
Yeah.
We knew if JD Matloga Soga we recover go Jimmy. We are the one or go gaming. The dog what I think don't run. Do things simple. Trap pass. I will run for you. Haji Khate to 2 minutes, then go back to your position, I will run for you. That's how we were close.
Do you see that happening now? More gaming, yeah, no, because I don't see that happening a lot in more gaming, yeah, no. Communication, in fact, via bank, I understand. That's what he say.
Solution is simple.
Not really so.
Sundowns are chase, Anton. I want to Sundowns are chase. There's no way. That'll trap Sundowns. So out of the 3 seasons, that leading winning and the link from Ajax, Swallows, the Kaizer Chiefs.
No, the Kaizer Chiefs are going. Go Swallows Legends.
The Ajax, the double treble. That double. Okay. So that one, like, which season would you like say it was your best season in those 2?
The following season. Never get. I will never say because of nearly makeshift there and there. But the following season, I remember there was this thing Tebokomolo used to do. Let's say this season we won 3 cups. The following season they buy you. They buy Kabelo, they buy UF.
Yeah.
So there was a boardroom. So by winning the first 3 cups, we want to sit this side. By winning 2 cups, they will sit behind one. The ones that didn't win anything, they will sit that side.
No, though.
I'm telling you.
Changing room.
Go media room.
No ways.
Media room.
Who came up with that? That was Tebokomolo.
Yeah. Reason why is because of when I need to help you win a trophy. And then you need to help this one to win.
Every 3. Yeah.
So it's a rotator. So I balance. No, you can't just come here and think you're a big player.
That's true. I mean, it happens all over the world.
Yeah. You can't sit wherever you want. You must know what city again.
Now let me throw it back to like 2011. That goal Moler Shapang mo MTN. Ko Kaizer Chiefs le roba di pelo.
O sa re ke lofters.
when you like, Peter score MTN8, Shapa like Satsebo size 2 in a short so. Dog, like, Kune, I don't know what happened because we always know what, like, Kune is reliable, but that goal, like,
Now, you all thought it was a one-wonder thing or something because of the past week, Sandile national team. Let's say we go national team, Lane Kune Mushapilo national team, go Jimmy.
It's what guy shooting fit to Musa is 3. Was that the technique? Was it always there, or was it something that
was always there because of? I remember a game before that game, yeah, Sundowns, Jersey Queen. We said, "Now you have the strength and the power to kick the ball. Why can't you kick it?" Kabati, the assistant coach here, Sundowns, Kashapa Sundowns. He regretted why numbers are because now was always that nice guy. I feel like you don't pass.
Always the supplier, the chef. I call the midfielder.
So that danger, no ways.
You unleashed, eh? But I thought we were ready to go to
penalties.
Like the penalties. We're like, we're gonna win this. You won't win. And that was like we were having a perfect season that time. We're just beating everybody. And I think when we lost that game, everything just started crumbling down. But I mean, like Kune that day, like we couldn't believe it. But I mean, what a goal, dog. 2011, I still remember that. And now you were playing with Jali in the middle. Dude. Like that combo, everybody's saying that's one of the best, like, what do you call this? Team up in that middle fielder Pirates. How do you rate Jali? How was Jali, dog, playing with him? Like, how was he as a player?
Stubborn.
You serious?
Stubborn. That person only, what can I say? You will only understand a person that wants to understand him. So luckily for me, I came 6 months before him. So what
you were a senior player.
Yeah, so I was his senior. But what teaming, he played before me. But you could see the good trainer. This one is more clever than this one. This one is more aggressive than this one.
Yeah.
So every time we go Jimmy Neredula, our boss around, we will go to our own corner really to read it. Ning, I want a team building, we will go together. So we are building. They build something we didn't even recognize we were building.
And that team had like
left.
Who was your best player in that team at that point? Like, I used to admire like Chansa how calm that player was. I mean,
I used to admire that guy.
Was he one of the best players that you ever played with?
I think that guy, energy, he knows how to use his energy. And he knows where to run and where not to run. He will score goals where you never thought he will score.
And you played with who's the guy that used to wear the
and
glass?
There was this. No. Musas,
you didn't.
I was still young. No.
I thought you played with Musas.
No. I was still young. Musas, white glove.
Yeah.
No ways.
So when it was Chansa,
there was a guy who was playing at the back, skillful. That he dressed. Destin Maki.
I'm trying to think about that. You remember that?
You're
not a Pirate supporter. You're disappointing me, bro.
Destin Maki.
That's what.
That's what I killed. That's what I DRC or somewhere.
So you're saying like that was one as what
center
back, right back,
center back.
Like comfortable on the ball,
comfortable everything. Unfortunately, he never played.
What? How come? Oh, because you had the best.
Remember, I think I'm not sure. No defend, no team. Imagine Gilbert Moshanazi.
What a player. May his soul rest in peace. What a player. Like those are the players that people used to go to the stadiums. Maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000 people used to go just to watch that player. Can you imagine? He came with his 10,000. That one came with his 20,000. That's why the stadiums were being filled so much. And a lot of people are complaining, like, that's the problem with like the modern game now, with the players now. Most of the fans don't know them. Now that's the difference between this age group and the age group now.
But does it then go back to recruitment process? Because like you say, back in the day, we used to follow these guys with the ground. And then when you see them starting or getting their shine, we they already have a following from Kilawana trying to build Boka Siabona and whatever. So do you blame that on the recruitment process, or who's to blame for that now?
What do you think, Don?
I blame you. You are the senior.
Because I'm a senior. But I think it's there's just too much hate. The ones that are going good, that are doing good, that are showing love to the young ones, big up to them. But there's just a lot of hate in talented boys.
From who?
From the coaches or the recruitment or the scouts and whatever. Because what happens is the difference with us and the overseas coaches is that when they see talent, they nurture that talent. They tell that boy that you are good. He knows that is good. And they're going to nurture him for the next one. They know in the next 10 years, this boy is going to be big. There's nothing wrong with that, knowing that you're special. You're special than Oupa, or Oupa is special than you. You understand?
We are all equal. And for me, I would say to add on you, I think lately most coaches compete with players.
See? That's
a problem. You can't want to have 100 followers on Instagram like me. You are a coach, I'm a player.
So do you think it wanna they did replace you guys after you guys retired or in that midfield?
Paris is doing very well.
Be honest.
I'm telling you, Paris is doing.
Be honest.
No, the thing is, I don't want to say they replaced me or they didn't replace us. We had our own season, we had our own luck, we had our own angels that were going with us. So everyone has its own time. It was our time.
Yeah.
Because I always differ with people when they say we were better than John Moet and whoever. That's something. Football is growing.
Yeah.
You can't. Let's stop comparing each other. Let's stop comparing. Football is different.
He doesn't want to answer that question, right? So you think maybe they still gonna? Yeah, you think
they still have good players.
They still have good players.
They still have good
but
players.
But there's still a lot of work. There's still a lot of work to be done.
They have to trust each other to be safe. Let me say trust each other because of in our time, Rona, Lagil Kwatu could trust us as short as we are. He will go up front and will play centre backs. And people were playing long balls. But he did trust us.
Yeah.
So if you trust the next person and he also trusts you back, you're going to do better. Because Rona, we had the motto where we always said, when we go away from the country, we are the only soldiers that will defend each other.
It's true. Would we? Lemi.
No one will defend us. That's
Tuana, so working with Ruud Krol and Tuana's as a Dutch coach, how was it to you? I know obviously he taught you a lot of things and whatever. Were you surprised when the team let him go?
For me, it was a blessing working with him because of not me alone. He taught us a lot of things because we could go to training the whole week and we play small-sided for 10 minutes the whole week. And Saturday when we go to the game, we all craving for that football. Because during the week, we just touch it for 10 minutes, then we do passing. So he was building something inside us. We could train for 1 hour, 30 minutes doing passing, running and everything. The last 10 minutes, we play small-sided for 10 minutes. Imagine weekend. We all looking for that round thing. So there was something he was building in us. He was more special to us because he protected us very well.
So he was a special for you, I think in your career, you basically without him, you don't think you would have been what we saw on TV week in, week out.
Nah, I don't think we will see that.
And you went to Africa with the team in it. I mean, with Pirates playing in the Champions League. Any special moments when you guys went to Congo,
Lubumbashi? Oh, under Roger Disa.
Yeah.
They switched off the men switched that side so that the game doesn't come on TV.
No,
I'm telling you.
So that's Congo, Baba. That's Congo,
Baba. They took our
Baba.
securities. They locked them inside the change room day before the game.
Kajan.
Remember when we go to camp, you are my roommate.
Yeah.
But when we went there, we were sleeping alone. you are here, the other one is there, that one on top. You will share at the door. How open? Oupa Manyisa
prostitute.
So it's up to you whether you buy or so you lock the door.
They were trying to set you guys up.
Yeah.
No ways.
I'm telling you.
And when you say security guards were locked up, like what do you mean?
They were locked up at the stadium.
That's what, because they were guarding the changing room the night
before.
You
remember there's guys that guard the changing room.
Yeah, I know. Like traditionally,
so they locked them inside there.
So when did you guys found out when you went to the stadium the next day?
We were playing. The game was playing when they locked them up. What? JD.
Did you guys win that game though?
I think we drew. So that's when the late Sensor saved 2 penalties.
Oh,
that was the game. And they came this side. I think Kabuza scored. And
yeah. Damn, dog. Like you guys were you were supposed to get the second star, right?
Yeah. That's when we lost it to Al-Ahly in Egypt. That was crazy because after the game they told us that if we have won that cup, it's either we were gonna go out or we die, or Al-Ahly players won't go out.
Go Egypt.
Yeah.
So who told you that? The fans?
The players came and told us that after the game.
They said if they lost that game, you're not gonna leave Cairo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
there was a supporter that died on Abutrika's hands, I think.
What a player.
So
how was it playing? You gotta tell me, like Abutrika.
That's
there was Abutrika, there was another guy who's Abutrika, there was 2 guys.
I think in
that team, like Al-Ahly team. I forgot the other player, but
something Faturi.
Yeah.
Something.
What a player, dog. Like, how was it just playing the atmosphere of Cairo and like just playing with against those guys?
I think that atmosphere is the one that made us strong because of, remember our first group stages, we played against them and we beat them, I think 2-0, 3-0 that side.
Yeah.
And then they came this side. I think we won.
Yeah.
So the crash game started there. Okay, how can we go that side and win?
Yeah, because nobody used to win.
Nobody used to win.
Team. One thing about it, like you just touch somebody in the box just a little bit, they'll fall. I don't know if they fall.
And remember now we went
get a penalty.
We went that side.
Yeah.
I know one was serious.
Oh yeah. And you lost that game.
Lost that game finally.
So after that, like, then things didn't go well for you, Pirates and whatever. You didn't play that much.
A lot of things happened.
Sundowns,
we started losing cup finals and everything.
So did you think, or like, you started being out of favor from the coach and the team?
No, I think
when you decided to go to Sundowns?
Me, I didn't decide to go to Sundowns.
How did that move come up?
Pay me, I will tell you.
Okay, hold on. So I can pay this guy so he can tell us the story. Okay, yeah. Now I'll pay you after here.
Remember Sundowns wanted me 20 AFCON in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So Sundowns always, like, you were always a type.
Yeah. I remember Nekileko AFCON where everyone said, I'm going to Sundowns. And I remember Agent Taganeri Tavomolo. So I confirmed. And then Ivan came and said, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, stop at that. So 2017, Abatlo signed Coach Mitchell Rulan. Now I was called officing the big boss. Mr. Duke. Okay, now phone it.
So,
Ivan,
oh yeah.
The Duke, yeah.
Can
I phone it? I'm put a global changes my team in so and so. So when I release
that's a first I've never heard. So for like the big boss,
yeah,
it never happens, right? So that's the type of respect that the
big boss,
the big man like for you. Yeah.
I well in that funeral outside, but it's a meeting. I do like officing the whole day. But I introduce a Mitchell Rulani, the players. Then they came back on that side. Then I say.
Are you serious?
It's true.
Now, Shasha, Antonas.
It's true.
So like we recorded it
I never said I wanted to go. Remember Nelly they get my 10th year prepared. Get a middle after 9 years.
One more year, I'll check.
One more year,
like it be a decade.
It be a decade. One more year.
And then, like like that's the thing about more South Africa. You hardly find stories like this. Understand? Like there was just bitter, like staff, coach and whatever. That's respect.
I never fought anyone. As anger disrespect anyone. The cause of family.
So I did wishes out blessings and everything. But the back was better. I know, like on the other side, you're all good, But the disappointing part is that were you disappointed that for 2 seasons, you only played 32 games? Think about it. Like, for such a player that played regularly and 90%, let's say 99.2 key player for Pirates and whatever, and you go to Sundowns and you only play for 2 seasons, you only play 32 games. How did that?
I won't say negatively disappointed or negatively regret or something because of I saw it in a positive way where I thought, if Kitlore, I'm not going this side. What if this side accepts that? Because there's a new management. And what if the new management So I saw it as a blessing and opportunity to prove myself for it. Let me go that side and enjoy my football. And I did enjoy my football.
Did you?
And I won trophies that side.
Yeah. Who was the coach that side?
Pizza.
Ooh. So you're telling me a story about pizza. So you gotta tell me. You gotta hear this, right?
So when I got that side, I saw a different picture of football. I never saw it the way they gave on Pirates. Because of that side, you will train, do your homework. After training, we all go eat together before everyone leaves. In the morning, we all come, we eat breakfast.
International style.
Some days we don't train, we do homework, we analyze players.
What do you mean? So homework,
homework we analyze.
Basically do
analyze. I analyze Josta. Josta kicks with left. The opponent weekend.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So I must know which is your stronger foot.
So if that
person will tend to right
I will born because you've been studying this guy the whole week. That makes sense. So that's how the setup. Because when I left, it wasn't like that. I think they've improved from where I left. We're professional. We had food, but we didn't have breakfast. I know. I saw that when I was overseas, but coming back, I didn't think teams in South Africa are doing that. But let's big up to Sundowns for doing it. Hence, they're doing so well. Now you understand why.
So it's a build-up. It's not a quick fix thing, what they are doing now. It's something that has been there.
It's been there. So people must understand.
So if you get there and you are lazy, I don't think you'll spend the season.
But you were telling me, Jorge, when you got there, you didn't play much.
I didn't play much because sometimes we will joke and the coach. I'm not that person to go coach like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will jokingly ask the coach like that. But no, you're too short. What that.
Height, actually, complaining about your height. But so you're old now, they're still complaining about your height.
But that's the only thing you will complain about.
Yeah. Because nothing else.
Yeah. Jimmy gets homework. Anything about I do it.
And I was like, when he told me that story, I was like, but dude, again.
But jokingly, we sharp.
And then then you left Sundowns. You went to TTM. That was a mess.
After got TTM, the nice part about TTM, I went inside the house at Chairman on Chapela Fleet. Ace, one side. I said like this, guy. Whoa.
Okay, now this guy he's your friend.
I'm telling you, on Chapela Fleet. One day if you meet, one day if you bump into Joseph Mulongan or Mabon, you must ask him.
So that's when you're going to sign your contract. You're going to meet the chairman.
Yeah, on Chapela Fleet. So
the guy liked you, right? Oh. He's been admiring you from far. Now he's got this player that you always wanted. What do you expect? And then cheaper?
After a month or so, I know I can sign about that. Okay, sharp. Okay, so
what do you mean? So you were training with them?
Yeah.
You thought you had a contract with them?
I had a contract. I signed on a dotted line that day. I sharp of late.
But when they had to show the contract, they said you didn't have a contract with them. So why didn't you fight that?
Then everything in the court. No, they sold it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Then the other chairman was like, "Oh,
there's a new chairman now."
Yeah. One phone la kopana le na ke kopana le go next tla ke batla le bolo one phone kopana go protea Glen Mall. Give me the ene so. I'm giving you 50% bole gym. Ke my guy. It's either a court go launch a case. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose.
Yeah.
But
so 50% of what the money that was due to you, you were saying, I'll give you 50.
50%.
Did you end up getting that 50?
Yeah. If I lose, I lose.
Buddha, like, why didn't you just take the 50? Because you ended up not getting anything. Think about it.
I didn't get anything there.
Yeah. So you should have just took that 50.
Sometimes you must have the dignity where people must respect you.
Yeah.
You can't just come to me more.
Okay, Protea Mall. Go chicken again. KC.
What was I not going to 50%?
Because also you're speaking to a treble winning player. You're speaking to a player that was hunted by Sundowns. You're speaking to a player that was a key player in both teams.
They don't care, boy.
But that's why you end up as a player feeling, like you said earlier on, that's why you end up feeling the way that you feel about the game. You feel betrayed by the game because the guys that come after on the later days of your career, give one of them disrespect.
Yeah,
but the guys that groomed you and took you to your peak, they gave you the respect. If
I'm gonna let you go, dog. Go. Yeah.
Who are you to come? The flag was a red flag.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't look at it like that, bro.
Exactly.
Yo. And like, cheaper from there, you went to cheaper. How was that? About Shaitse Fleet, Lila?
Cheaper.
Cheaper.
No, cheaper was fine. It was fine. Look at the Crusade 2. And then today we're training. No, my boy, you're playing tomorrow. Come sign up, we give me stand. It's fine. Signed 6 months. After 6 months, I blow my Dladla City Rovers.
It was just so going down from there.
You know that feeling, I'm done. Mar, there's those calls, understand?
So we're not solely motivate.
That's when I decided after when
I remember. I was like, if it retire, saying that's
what I told you, guys.
I remember. Yeah.
It's shy.
But talk like I mean, for the career that you had, and also to play for the national team as well. Big up to that. 27 caps. I only have 7 caps. 27 caps. Memories of that. And how was it just playing for the country?
Everywhere I go, coach.
So the national team, it was the same thing.
National team next out only go there. Life yak.
That's what happens when you get older in this league, dog. That's what happens. So who was the coach then?
If you national team, if you beat.
Oh yeah. He's the one who came in. It was drama first and then Pizzo as well.
Pizzo, then after Pizzo, I go there.
Pizzo, Nanali, this guy, Nanali, Steve, right?
Pizzo, Nanali, those guys from Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Then Yana Steve.
Yeah.
After Steve, Yana Gordon.
Yeah.
After Gordon, Yana Brashik. Lay away. So when I really have Brashik.
One of the best. Obviously, people can say, B license, whatever. But one of the best
that guy will tell you, they are 11, we are 11. We can't lose. Yeah. Don't tell me about this video of yours. They are 11, we are 11.
Yeah. So Don, I've got the reader's question. This person gets to win a signed up jersey from you, right? We're gonna sign it up. Sign up when, boy.
But I'm talking sign up
No, for people that have been supporting us, throughout the show. So we just give these people these things. So obviously, but
Can you want the questions?
The buyer, but we chose one. Me and my team chose this one, right? So the name.
I gave out the question.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it, but whatever. But it's a nice question. I think you'd like it. So Tabo Chris Nong. Hey, China too. Tabo Chris Nong, or tell us about your first day at Orlando Pirates training and Coach Owen Dagama, who didn't recognize you. You already obviously spoke about how Owen didn't recognize you when you first got there. But your first day at Pirates, how was it?
Oh, really emotional in some type of way because of really happy, really sad because of Unkubile. But I get to join Abatwala. I was always seeing them on TV and telling myself, one day I will get there. One day I will own that cheese. And luckily for me, when I got there, they all guided me. They all wanted something good for me. I never competed. They never took me. Nah. Even if I was somewhere when you were still young.
Jack, thanks for coming through. Thanks for, I know I called you guys last minute. As my boy showed up. Lemmy, thanks my boy for coming through.
Lemmy, got a question.
Lemmy, you got a question as well? Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Lemmy, okay, last question. Because you're my boy, I'm going to let you do that.
So, if you were to play for any Premier League team, what would it be?
Sorry, Manchester, ne? Because you favor Manchester out here.
I'm not going to share that. Le Braga Frostana, well, and think, do like one alone. I favor Man City, you favor Pep. I favor Man United. I grew up idolizing Paul Scholes.
Let me. Okay, fine. Manchester United. Oh yeah. Come to think about it. Used to play more or less like him. More or less like him. There we go. We got it, Buffett. Thanks for supporting us and watching us and listening to us on Spotify. And you can catch us on YouTube as well. And also go to mtnfc.co.za to catch behind the scene videos and all those type of things. Whatever. But keep on supporting. The support has been great, Buffett. We're loving it. Keep on doing that. And I hope you're gonna enjoy this podcast with my boy, Manyisa right here. Jack, thanks for coming through.
Always.
Hola, boy. Stay blessed. Lemmy, I love you, boy.
Love you too, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.